the air is getting colder. The COVID cases are rising. Hey, I'm Nicola.
Hi, I'm Hugh.
And we are... MKH. Okay, it's coming into winter now, right? It's starting to look really miserable. The leaves are really starting to fall now. They've turned beautiful colors and now they're just scattered across the street. And the past few days in Korea, what has been happening?
The numbers are getting higher.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know, it's like whole year doing this. So
yeah, it's frustrating. Like, I'm very, very grateful that it's not like how it is in Europe or the US. But then also Australia and New Zealand are doing so well. We're kind of like hovering, sort of like we don't have it all under control, but also we haven't had any lockdowns. So what the Korean government has managed to do is keep the economy going, but then it's also there's a balance of like still having the numbers, still having everything open, but still the numbers are about over 200 new cases a day. And previously they've been down to like only a few cases a day, so it is worrying that it's getting up a bit, right?
it's really worrying.
So speaking of the whole pandemic and everything like that, there is a new Konglish word that has been used a lot in Korea and Korean media, and what is that?
UNTACT.
UNTACT. And this means contact but not in person, right?
Yeah, so uncontact.
Uncontact.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
you
very,
can't
it's
contact.
very, yeah, it's very Konglish. Now, I thought this was made up for the pandemic, but apparently it was made in 2017 by university. So they were already predicting that the future would have more untact things going on, and then of course it happens to be a pandemic. So whenever you see these type of events and stuff, they're using the word untact in Korea because they're online events for people. So they're still trying to create what you would see if you were there in person, but of course everything we're watching on our computers or our phones.
So like lots of events in Korea and festivals, they can't really cancel, so they change to everything to online. So on content.
So on is also being used a lot as well. So
Online.
there's untact and then like on. Korea makes up a lot of words and there's a lot of Konglish words. Like they're very good at making up new words and being like, this is a new word, right? I feel like in English there's a lot more of a process, and then we've got to wait for the official dictionaries to be like, now
we can make
you
these
just make
new
it like that.
words.
I think something that's frustrating as an English speaker in Korea is sometimes people assume these Konglish words are English, and they'd be like, why didn't you know this word? You're an English speaker. And I'm like, because it's not English. So like we mentioned, cases are going up a bit in Korea, and it's a little bit worrying because we have had a lot of freedom to go out and go anywhere and do anything mostly, and we were going to go vlog for a day, and then the numbers sort of jumped up and we were like, maybe we shouldn't go out and do that, right?
So I went to this event to show the behind the scene.
So this is still an untact event, right?
Yes.
But you still got to have people there filming it and organizing it and everything like that, right? So we were going to vlog about that, and I was going to go with Yul, our son, and then we were like, oh, I think it's safer that you just go. I mean, you're not a 3-year-old pulling your mask off like that, like our son. You can stay safer, right?
At the time, also the dust was really bad.
Bad air.
Air was really bad. That's why it was really hard to take you.
Yeah, that's the thing in Korea at the moment. It's like, okay, now I'm worrying about the pandemic, and now I'm worrying about the bad air. But this air seems to be clearing. Like from tomorrow, it should be better. We'll see. So you filmed some of the behind the scenes stuff, so let's have a look at that. So this is all in preparation for the On HALLYU Festival. So I want to look at this name because this is interesting because you've got to explain this to me, right? So they're saying that on has many connotations. One, on for online.
Online.
So we talked about that. And then for number 2, it says all.
All means all in Korean.
So on is the Korean word for all.
All.
Ah, okay. So they're using it for the English word online, and then
So
they're
we
using
say
it
온
for...
세상, which is own word.
Ah, okay.
All word, yes.
And also apparently it means warmth in the Chinese pronunciation, and then also continue in English. Well, they've got lots of meanings here. The title of the HALLYU Festival sums up its theme of comforting all people in this new norm of the COVID era. The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism and the Korea Creative Content Agency present On HALLYU Festival from November 16th to the 23rd in a bid to provide comfort and hope to fans of Korean culture around the world suffering from the COVID-19 pandemic. It is also intended to help them gain a better understanding of K-culture.
So I went to Korea Impact Project filming location for B2C program.
What is B2C?
B2C is business to customer.
Okay, so this is another kind of Korean term of way of doing things, right?
So we say B2C, B2B. B2B is business to business. B2C is business to customer.
And then you have BTS.
Yes.
No BTS at this one, but BTS have been involved in many of these UNTACT things, right?
We need BTS. That's for B2G, B2C, B2B.
Oh,
They
then
can do
B2S, the whole alphabet.
everything they can do. They are king of B2 something.
Business to customer.
Yeah.
So this is part of this whole UNTACT pandemic world that we're living in, right?
Yes.
We also have some footage of a performance from the dress rehearsal for you, and this is from Nil, and it's called Cube, and this is an expression of the pandemic, of living behind a screen and what things are like, and hoping for eventually the extinction of this virus. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful actually.
Check out the On HALLYU Festival, and we'll have links in the description box that you can check out.
16th to 23rd.
What new words do you have in your country to do with the pandemic? Of course, there's things like super spreader, which would have meant nothing like a year ago to us. There's all these new words that we're using, but some might be country specific, like how UNTACT is in Korea. So
we have so many new words at the moment.
yeah.
확진자 means someone got infected, but 확진자 means someone got put on so much weight. So like really similar word, but they change it.
That's
So I'm
interesting.
확진자. What?
So it's like you just put on the weight, but
Yes.
you're not actually infected.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. You can let us know what new words you have in your country in the comments below. Subscribe to us if you haven't already, and you can click the bell notification, of course, if you want to get the actual notifications when we upload new videos. You can check out the blog, you can check out our
Social media.
social media. That's it. And we will see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.